Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with more RimWorld today. This is episode number 14 of Blues Return. And if you're new, just tuning in for the first time, I've got a link to this series down in the description. The playlist for this one and all my other RimWorld content is one click away. But the colony's going pretty good. Randy's been hitting us occasionally, different odds and ends. We just cleared a little mech cluster down here, so that's been good for a very brief time now. The map is totally clear of enemies and hostiles, so we're trying to make as many improvements as we can in this short, I'm sure relatively short time between events. And of course, most recently we picked up a female Thrumbo. This was thanks to Furry. He got a taming inspiration, and we had to send him off the map to go out into the world to find this because there was a Thrumbo herd sighted. But it all worked out well. There was no ambushes or anything, so we've certainly got ourselves a much better line of defense now. And I think she's almost trained up there. Thrumbo 1, not quite. She's getting her guard and then her attack training underway, but very important. And of course, hopefully she's not the last Thrumbo we get. I'd love to start a full herd. Just get rid of the elephants. No offense to all the elephant lovers out there, but Thrumbos do make for better defenses. But anyway, guys, let's speed things up and see what Randy has to throw at us. Oh, Randy senses that we are on the cusp of a major discovery, and so he tries to light the place on fire. That's typical Randy behavior. These flash storms, man, you gotta watch them. Of course, I don't really care about the outside, but inside our compound, we've still got plenty of forest and other foliage here, so gotta be careful. But no, most importantly, microelectronics is almost done. In fact, I've prioritized it for a couple of our people, so Flossie's got a little help on this one. You can see Blue and Furry are now prioritizing research, and again, I mean, just in terms of colony defense and expansion, the microelectronics is huge just for the trade beacon we get alone, because that allows us, of course, to start getting rid of wealth and trading it away, and also hopefully making some allies too. I think very shortly after this, maybe not directly after it, but we might go right to transport pod. We'll see about that. But anyway, I'm excited. Let's speed it up again here. 4 speed, the highest we can go. Come on, Flossie, you can do it. Ah, here we go. From electricity to microelectronics, Flossie has truly raised this colony up from the dirt into the hopefully even higher heights than this one day. But for now, I've realized too with research, I really do have to back it up and do, where is it? If I go to transport, there it is. Yeah, we have to do biorefining anyway. Even if I set up transport pods, I'd have to backtrack after that. So we'll get that up and running. Of course, I recently discovered that with the Sparkling Worlds mod, this adds an extra step in chem fuel production. Of course, we could trade for chem fuel, and we probably will once we start to actually get some traders to come in here. But if we're going to make it from scratch, yeah, we've got to get that refining up and going. So we do have a couple boomaloops sleeping away, so we should get a nice little stash of it once we get the refinery working. But it's going to take a little time. I think, though, Flossie is back on her own in terms of research. Yeah, I'm going to have the other two get back to their normal duties, but that's okay because Flossie, she's basically the Einstein of the colony. She can do it. Oh my God, who is this little imposter? Your name is Blue, sir? I don't think so. At least he doesn't go by that. Oh, copy. Well, not a big deal. They're younglings. We've got some beggars here, a little baby Furry. Oh, they're pretty cute, aren't they? I don't know if I've ever seen a baby eat again. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I've played so much, but still, new things happen every playthrough. But nonetheless, there are some beggars. I'm not sure what they wanted. These are the, so 700 silver. Yeah, you know what? I'll probably do that. Just reduce our wealth a little bit. I mean, it's probably not going to bring us down below 80k again, but nonetheless, it'll help a bit. And I would think about kidnapping them if they were full-grown adults, but it's kids. We've got to raise them, go through the whole, all the growth moments and stuff. And really, honestly, they're kind of a drain on resources. They can contribute a bit, but for the most time, they just sit here by the comms console and learn and go to school. So we've got enough kids, in other words. But I think it's always been my personal pet theory that if you want the beggars to return, complete the quest, give them what they want, and you'll see more beggars in the future. I don't know if the game truly behaves that way, but again, it's just one of my personal little things. So let's see, Joker. We'll have Blue fulfill this. I think we need to wait for him to kind of get settled inside the compound or just out front. But either way, we can say hello and goodbye to the little beggar children now. Why is it every time we build something new inside the pen area, the animals are always super curious about it? I just set up a little table and some stools here next to the anima tree. And again, look at this. The monkeys are literally about to climb all over it. But you might notice, too, that the radius for what can be built here in range is much shorter. And that is thanks to a mod. I don't think I can show it, but it is in the mod collection. And if we look, like if I were to build, gosh, I think in vanilla, like you can't even go this close with objects here, but you can see, boom, there we go. Yeah, so the red line, of course, indicates that the tree is going to get a small debuff for meditation around it because of man-made structures, of course. And these fences are causing a bit of a debuff, but it's a slight trade-off. I'm just nervous about the animals eating the grass in here. I don't think they will, but with Thrumbos, you never know. We got Thrumbos elephants. It's getting pretty lean, too. I might set up a little dispenser here for our kibble. As you can see, I've got a ton of it. So and when I say dispenser, I mean a shelf. Let's carve some right there. Yeah, we'll set some up in that little barn, but that way I can probably just get rid of these. I do consider it typically a good trade-off, having the anima tree close. Even if you build some defenses around it, you will lose some of your meditation potency thanks to the structures. But again, having safety and even inside the base itself makes a big difference, and it does kind of balance that. But we're doing good on it too. We're at 11. So I think a suggestion from Steve, one of the commenters and viewers out there, to stagger their little schedule is actually helping too, just with the efficiency. Not only keeping them around more for labor, general labor, but also with meditation. So good advice, good advice. Now, let's get back to it and see what happens. Okay, well, I did the intelligent thing and I went ahead and Googled it, and it says that animals will not eat anima grass. It is susceptible to fire, and if we cut it off from light, rotting will occur. But nonetheless, we've got something interesting here. A deal maker is approaching. Some of the new anomaly content, really the first we've seen. I've been just focused on survival up to this point, but maybe we should send somebody out here to start studying the monolith. Nonetheless, we will talk to this person. Let's look at him real quick. I know oftentimes folks like this, Jesus, look at her stats, or his. They will want to join. Glimmer, what an interesting person. They don't have any abilities, though. I honestly don't know what this is. Let's just see. This person I've never seen a pawn like this just naturally. Of course, I've built several super pawns in the past, but man, oh man, that's wild. Okay, so let's get Blue out here right away to talk. Look at he's also really well dressed. What are you wearing there, buddy? Is that devil strand or just cotton? It's cloth. Cloth that's been dyed, but nonetheless, the top hat, oh my gosh. The name, everything. This guy's perfect. Let's get him to join. Or potentially, should we kidnap him? I don't know. Let's just see. I mean, his traits aren't bad either. Okay, what's going to happen? Wants to join. Stunningly good-looking stranger. Face beams with confidence. He says he's here to make a deal. In exchange for hospitality. Huh. Glimmer is skilled in everything and to an unnatural degree. Regardless of the subject, he has mastered it. In addition, his work ethic is remarkable. He appears to be the perfect worker. He may be very useful, but you sense there's something Glimmer's not telling you. Send Blue to capture him? He might... I don't know. I hope he doesn't have like a metal horror, but... I'm not actually sure if that can happen without us first, like, starting the anomaly process, you know what I mean? But I'm not truly certain of that, so let's just accept him. I mean, heck yeah, look at this guy. Oh, he's probably going to go change his clothing. Yeah, he's wearing some stuff, but that's okay. I was thinking about making some helmets for everybody anyway. We've only got simple helmets, but... So, most importantly, he is the wrong ideology. Pre-pass. So, that's going to have to change. I think we might have to just arrest him and then release him afterwards. I know we could have just arrested him initially, but... Because I'd really like to make this guy my production specialist. Who knows? Who knows? We'll give it a little bit of time. I'll set him up. Whoa, heat wave. Oh, that's annoying, but we can deal with it. We've got plenty of temperature units here on our barracks and stuff. It's a natural occurrence in the jungle. Let's stay focused on Glimmer. But now, of course, if I were to make him construction or... crafting production specialist, that's the word I'm looking for. He loses a bunch of traits and stuff. Not all of them. He can still do doctoring and intellectual, but Alright, we'll let him kind of roam around for now. We'll see what happens. Maybe his little event will manifest and I won't have to worry about it. Might end up just arresting him anyway, but damn, he is good at everything, isn't he? Alright, we're doing one of our standard rituals here. Let's see what we get. Ah, boring. This also gives me an idea. Of course, we don't necessarily have to arrest... What's his face here? Where'd he go? Where's Glimmer? He was just here. Oh, he's still inside, looking at the fire. By the way, too, I did check his background. He is not natural, which isn't a surprise, but... Oh, boy, I'm sorry you had to change clothes, but what I am going to do is start growing Tinctoria so everybody can change into their favorite colors. And that will, of course, give them a very small mood boost, but it's also fun. Kind of helps distinguish the people at a glance and stuff. And just as a side note, of course, Blue's favorite color is blue, but... So, anyway, I'm getting off track here. We can hit Glimmer with our convert spell, which I should try and do. As long as we don't have, like, prisoners I'm trying to convert. It's just good to keep this thing constantly on cooldown. And now, we can try... Let's see, how did we do? Since he's steadfast... Wow, that actually dropped him tremendously. Let's see if we can't do a conversion ritual... Oh, so this is tied to the conversion spell itself. Look at that. I didn't even know that. Okay, well, we're learning new stuff every day. So, yeah, either way, we'll just wait till that cools down in 3 days. Then we'll try it again, but we'll do the proper ritual. Because looks like Glimmer might be easier to convert than I originally thought. All right, that'll be perfect. Oh, boy, check this out. First trader we've seen in quite a while. It's one of these awesome trader ships, too. But all we do is we just go talk to it. So let's see what this one's got. Alright, well, I went through and set up everything we're going to be trading. You can see it over here on the side, the very nice trade helper window. So we're buying 2 crafting skill trainers, 1 advanced component just because we have one already. And I think we need 2 to get our fabrication bench. I might be wrong, but it's good to have a couple. And, of course, some lances, which will help with colony defense. And we're just getting rid of some random stuff. I had to throw a reinforced barrel on top of everything just to even it out, bring it under 1,000 silver here. But don't worry, we have more. And I did get a second mortar built already. So we've got 2. We're still waiting on the chem fuel, but we are literally on the cusp of biofuel refining. So Flossie is once again carrying us to victory here. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, that was a great trader. Now we can literally just tell it to leave. I should set up a little area for him to start landing. It's just that can be a little tricky to find here in the jungle. This is actually not a bad spot right here. I can see that there's some swamp though, but let's just do this. Boom. There we go. And we'll clear that off with a little bit of concrete too. Probably lay that down. Steel's starting to get low though, so I've ordered them to start cutting through this little bit here. There's some steel down below, and I was kind of hoping maybe we'd hit it like another vein of it too as we go through this, but eventually I'll probably turn all of this into Swiss cheese. Of course, it's just much safer for us to do this here, where if insects spawn, they'll spawn outside the compound, you know. Still really, really wary about digging into the mountains, but don't worry, eventually we will, trust me. Oh boy, well that didn't take too long. What do we got here? Glimmer has begun experiencing pounding headaches and begs for help. He can't think straight and is losing his cognitive function. He claims that he has seen a vision of the future. Within a matter of days, his mind will crumble and become incapable of most tasks. Damn. The condition is currently reversible with sufficient tech, like a healer mech serum, but will soon become permanent. Damn. Damn. I think there was definitely a mech serum on that trader, but, well, I mean, it's gone now, so I can't do much with that. Huh. Let me look at him real quick. Maybe Glitter World Medicine, but probably not. No, shoot. Healer mech serums. Yeah, that's going to be, I imagine, since they explicitly mention that, probably the only thing that'll save this dude. Well, maybe we can, if he just goes comatose or whatever, we can hold on to him. Of course, he'll definitely be a drain. He'll have to be fed constantly, but we can get a healer healer serum. We've got the Sparkling Worlds mod, which does allow us to eventually craft those, but it's, of course, gated behind quite a bit of research and stuff. Right there, this is the one. So we got to go all the way through here to get it, and of course it takes luciferium to make some of those, and quite a bit of other resources we don't have. So we're gonna have to try and trade straight up for it. Man, he did not last long. Literally like 2 in-game days, and we get the pop-up. But oh well, maybe we can save him. Maybe we can't. We'll see what happens. Alright, the conversion ritual has begun. Joker's a little bit late to the party, but that's okay. Everybody is now here. You can see the ritual room's pretty bare bones. It's probably a temporary area, but ineffective. I think he actually gained certainty in his old ideology. Dang it. I don't know. It might be more effective to just use the spell on him. That seemed to definitely work better last time. Plus, it has a certainty to work, at least. It's just how effective it is. Whereas the ritual obviously seems not to have a certainty. Definitely not. And it set us back a little bit with them. But such is life here on the Rim. Oh no. Now the ideology is starting to have real-world implications here, Glimmer. And Cookie just started a fight, and it was because of his ideology. Glimmer reacted in anger and started a social fight. Dang. Well, the good news is he hasn't lost his mind yet, but it is happening. Oh, his consciousness is really bad. Dang. I don't know what we're going to do with this man. Like I say, I'm not even sure what'll happen once that occurs. If he goes into a coma, or does he die? I know that if consciousness reaches 0, they will die. That's effective. That's one of the ways they can be killed. And it can happen through, drug use or things like that too. It doesn't always have to be injury, but either way, we get to see a little bit of our research here. I was doing plate armor so that we can jump right to flak armor too. Like I said, I want to get them helmets, but yeah, the simple steel helmets they're kind of a placeholder for the flak stuff, so we'll get that going. And you can see, unfortunately, we didn't really hit any more steel, but there is a nice chunk of it down here. And we're working on it. Slowly but surely, the colony is bootstrapping itself up. Okay, well, it's happened. I just got a notification that his condition has become permanent. The condition is incurable. Wow, person has lost most of their cognitive ability. Dang, let me look. They're a husk of their former selves. Wow. I mean, he's still incredibly good at some things, though. That's wicked. No way. I'm tempted to. I mean, so he's obviously not going to be like in a coma. He'll just be really, really slowed down. Let's see, overview. He's probably even not quite this low just because of his injuries will heal, but damn. Yeah, I expect he'll be at 40% movement. Oh boy, that is quite a big drain. Because I expect too, like with his social being high, if I were to send him to go trade or something, he would still probably get a penalty just because of that consciousness hit, despite his social ability. I'm just thinking we might go ahead and sacrifice our boy Glimmer here. In fact, let's just do it now. No reason to keep somebody around who is this severely handicapped. But it was a learning experience, no doubt about it. So I'm going to have him drop everything inside the stockpile here so it's nice and sorted out. And we'll have to set up another grave down here. It'll affect our colonist's mood just a slight bit to lose somebody. But as I've touched on before, it also kind of tricks the AI. So hopefully the next raid it sends will be a little bit less just in terms of the threat points. So we'll see. We've been getting around 2,000 threat points, 2K each time. So we'll kind of try and gauge that next one. I don't know when it's going to happen, but let's bring him on out here. There we go. The grave is ready. Let's get Blue down here. He is the executioner. So let's continue that trend. Oh boy, folks, it's happening. We've got the refinery up and running. Furry is over here making some high explosive shells. Oh, feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I don't have to worry about it. Well, we still have to worry about colony defense, obviously, but this will help tremendously. These incendiaries are next to useless, basically. They're not totally useless, but we need the explosive more than anything else. I also should set up some EMPs, but, oh, you know what? We also need to make a grenade, and yeah, we'll get some shells going too. Let me copy this. There we go. Don't quite need 20 of them, but we'll do like 5. That's good for mech clusters that have shields and stuff on it. But the EMP grenades, of course, that'll be for close quarter combat with any mechs we come across. But now we've got quite a bit to go through there. But that is, yep, we've got the kids working on the biofuel. Helpful. And, of course, as soon as we're done with flak armor, we are going to jump straight to transport pod. That's going to be huge, because then we can offload our wealth and we can start to make allies all at the same time, which really makes a big difference, because then we can call them in for traders and for fighting, for helping with us during raids. You also might notice I've got our favorite trade terminal up here presented to us from Vanilla Trading Expanded. Really fun mod. Right now I'm not trying to go overboard with wealth, obviously, so we're not going to fulfill any contracts. But if you are new and you're unfamiliar with this mod, take a look at it in, the workshop. Read about it. Fairly detailed. It adds several new dimensions to RimWorld economy. Contracts are one of the coolest too. You can make just an absolute ton of silver if you are able to, fulfill some of these contracts in time. I will say that my last playthrough had some issues with it. I don't know if it was just conflict with it and other mods presenting bugs, or the mod itself needs some tweaking. I'm not criticizing. It's a fantastic mod for the most part, but I've run into a few little issues with it and stuff. But like I say, I keep it included because it does really make a lot of difference to the playthrough. It certainly can, just depending on how much you utilize it. But hey, look at that. The conversion spell's already ready. And we don't need it anymore, of course. The interesting thing is, too, this guy was not considered a member of the colony. Glimmer wasn't, so we didn't get any mood debuff for it, for the death of a colonist, and he wasn't even available to be buried. Like, when I went to assign, yeah, he's not listed at all. So, despite us allowing him to join, he was never truly considered a member of the colony. Just interesting to note. I wonder if there's other things, like could he have betrayed us too after we healed him? Maybe he would have, taken advantage of our kindness and left us. Oh, I was going to say, looks like the fire might consume him, but no, never mind. Not quite yet, guys. But I was hoping we'd see a raid today. Unfortunately, Randy has, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, he's taken a little bit easy on us, and he's made a critical error because he's allowed us to continue to progress, and it's going to be even more difficult for him now to hit us and try and destroy this little colony. But I think we'll leave things off for today right here. I really appreciate everybody coming by and joining me on the series. Hit that like button for me, subscribe if you're a new viewer, and I will see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching the video, everybody. I just want to take a moment to recognize my Patreons. As you can see, I've put their names in gold because they are, in fact, more precious than that shiny metal. Now, I'd like to take a moment to invite you to also support the channel for as little as $2, $5, or $10. You gain access to all my content early and ad-free over on Patreon, as well as a private Discord server with me and my other Patreons where we do some giveaways and have great conversations. But once again, thank you, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.